Remember Monica Seles? She was the greatest female tennis player of her era. Some even say she would have been the best player of all time, if not for the accident. The Yugoslavian was known for her double-handed forehand and backhand, as well as her aggressive style on the court. With so much potential to be the greatest player to date, why isn't she? I'm Riley Winn, and I'm here to tell you just what happened to former world number one, Monica Seles. Monica Seles picked up a racket when she was just 5 years old and quickly showed tremendous talent. By the time she was 11, she won the Junior Orange Bowl in Miami, which is one of the largest junior tournaments in the world. By winning that, she got the eye of the prestigious Nick Bollettieri, who has coached Serena and Venus, Agassi, Sharapova, and many other world number ones. Seles started playing professionally when she was just 14 years old, and immediately was dominating. Within the first official year on tour, she beat Chris Evert to win her first title, and even reached the semifinals in the French Open, only to fall short to world number one, Steffi Graf. After that, Monica went on to have a 36-match winning streak and took home her first Grand Slam title. And guess who she played against? Steffi Graf. At that moment, she became the youngest ever French Open singles champion at just 16 years old. Although she didn't win another slam that year, she ended up finishing the season as the number 2 player in the world. The next season, she was unstoppable. After winning the Australian Open, she overtook Graf as world number 1. She won 2 more slams that year, the French and US Open, winning a total of 10 out of 16 tournaments she played. But don't worry, she reached the finals of all of them as well. So clearly she ended the year at world number 1. It's 1992 now, and she's neck and neck with Graf at what seems like every tournament, claiming 3 more Grand Slam titles that year herself, only to lose Wimbledon to, yes, you guessed it, Steffi Graf. From 1991 to 93, Seles ended up winning 22 titles and reaching 33 finals out of 34 tournaments played. As I said before, on track to be the greatest player of all time. That was until April 30th of 1993. During a quarterfinal match against Magdalena Maliva in Hamburg, Germany, Seles was winning when an obsessed fan of Steffi Graf ran from the middle of the crowd to the side of the court during a changeover. Gunter Parsch hopped the fence and stabbed Monica Seles in the back between her shoulder blades, an inch and a half deep. Initially, it was believed that it was a political attack since Seles was from Yugoslavia and she'd been receiving multiple death threats due to the Yugoslavic War. But German authorities ruled that out on account that the attacker was mentally disturbed and attacked Seles so that she could no longer play, and Graf would become number 1 player in the world once again. The attacker spent 6 months in jail and was deemed psychologically abnormal and was sentenced to 2 years probation and psychological treatment. Luckily, Seles had no major injuries from the stabbing and was able to recover in a few weeks, but mentally, she did not recover as quickly. She didn't return to the tour for 2 years after the attack and also refused to ever play in Germany again, stating, "What people seem to be forgetting is that this man stabbed me intentionally and he did not serve any sort of punishment for it. I would not feel comfortable going back. I don't foresee that happening." When she returned to the tour in '95, now as a US citizen, the WTA reinstated Seles as world number 1 alongside Graf. Seles went on to win 1 more Grand Slam in the 1996 Australian Open, as she struggled to maintain her momentum and performance like she did before the attack. Seles continued to compete and remain in the top 10, even winning a bronze medal at the 2000 Olympics. For the next 8 years, Seles competed on and off, taking many hiatuses in between. Finally, she decided to hang up the racket and announce her retirement in 2008. In 2009, she was elected into the International Tennis Hall of Fame and is now happily married. Monica also works as a spokesperson for Shire Pharmaceuticals about the first FDA-approved drug to treat binge eating disorder, a disorder that she suffered from as a young girl herself. She's committed to helping other young women, and she's making a difference in this world. What are some other athletes who were absolute studs that you're not sure where or what they're up to now? Let me know in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Riley Winn. See you on the next one.